want to turn my car on while I'm sitting because
All right, we're live.
it's
I'm
fine.
gonna start posting links.
Okay. Where you coming in at from, Katy?
I'm in Austin.
Boston?
Austin.
Oh,
Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I used to live
Very
down
different.
I used to live down by Dallas, Fort Worth for a couple of years.
Where at?
A little town called Venus.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I lived there for a few years. I went down there for work. My brother-in-law was a superintendent at a roofing company, and I went down to run equipment. But I didn't, I was flying back and forth to Michigan every other week, and it just got too costly. And I had a 4-month-old daughter at the time, and when I went down there, so I was, I didn't want to miss any of the time I could with her. So I went back to Michigan, and then I still traveled all over the states for work. I was a carpenter for 35 years, and so my great tragic accident. So,
See,
Jason, you're in pardon?
good.
You're in Pennsylvania, right?
Yes, sir.
You're pretty close to Jay and Amanda.
Where? No,
Yeah.
no. They're on the other side of the state. I'm on.
Oh. I thought I heard you were pretty close to them, or
I'm by Lake Erie.
oh, okay.
I'm literally like 90. I think it's 90 miles to the lake
Okay.
from where I'm at.
You're the walleye capital of the world.
So they say, man. I mean, I listen.
Play them out of there.
I stay away from Lake Erie.
Yeah.
I don't. That's a different kind of person up there. They're on a different kind of right in your back kind of thing. You know what I mean? They don't care, dude. They're only out for themselves up there. So
I fished out of like Monroe area down there. I'm in Monroe, Michigan, Newport area stuff.
Okay.
So what are you drinking, Jason?
Orange creamsicle.
That's what I thought.
It looked like a sipping cream.
Yeah.
No. Oh no.
Oh, where did she go? We lost her. Corn liquor.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to run.
Yeah. I got. Listen, it was funny. So I'm in my man cave, and I'm a Steeler fan. So one year, my son got me like this little wooden cask. You put whiskey in or whatever.
Right.
And I ran some corn, and I put it in there. And my buddy comes up every Tuesday. He lives right up the end of the road. We shoot pool. And I busted out some it was like some new strawberry that I was making, like a strawberries and cream. And he wasn't. It was so good, he wasn't paying attention. Every time I walked past that little cask, I kept putting a little shot, more whiskey in it. Boom.
Yeah.
But what it did was it made it like all the way like. Honestly, it's like when you were a little kid and you're eating the orange creamsicle popsicle, right? What do you do when it's gone? You chew on that stick.
Right.
Sorry,
Dude,
Katy. I wasn't in the StreamYard page. I was still posting links. I saw you there.
You're all good. The Miss Texas thing happened.
I forgot to tell you guys that anytime if you drop off, just use that same link. You can get right back in.
My phone overheated. Texas.
Yeah. What's the weather down there right now?
It's pretty warm comparatively. I mean, we're like 40 to 50 degree jumps. Like today's the warmest day we've had in a while, but anywhere from like low 30s all the way up to today 72 apparently. So
yeah, that's what my sister was saying. The weather down there has been crazy. She lives in Dallas.
72?
Yeah, we did get like 30 degree swings, but that's crazy.
Our normal temperature this time of year is between 50 and 55 ish. And we've just been crazy. I mean, like, I've been down here going at 10 years, and the most snow that I've seen was this year. And we got 9 inches one day, and then, 4 or 5 inches another. And stuff. It don't stick around long, obviously, but I know we've got a lot of rain, though.
Hold on. You want to know what it's like here?
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you.
A lot of snow.
Hold on, come on, add it in there. Come on, you won't put it on?
Facebook kills me, man.
All right. This.
I know y'all got a lot of snow.
Oh, dude, it's coming down like you wouldn't believe right now.
Yeah, I talked to my cousins up in Michigan, northern Michigan, and they had, I think, 11 inches drop last night.
That's crazy.
I'm ready to get out of here, man. I'm so ready to get out of Pittsburgh. Like me and my wife was just talking, dude. Like, it's so shitty here, man. Excuse my language, but it is. It's cold. It's dreary.
My fiance wants to move out to like Arizona or Florida. I told her I'll never go to Florida. That's out of the question. But talking like Arizona or somewhere where it's warm all year round.
Yeah,
I've got a son out. I've got a 35-year-old son out in Mojave, Arizona. So I mean, it's just too far away from Maggie Valley for me. Is what I keep telling you.
Yeah, I just been back from North Carolina, and it's nowhere like it. Nowhere like it at all.
It was.
I've got a sister that lives. I've also got a sister that lives over by Houston, in a town called Katy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Town called Katy.
I've got family all across Texas, pretty much.
All right, Roger, sending you the link, brother.
I'm like holding my Coke can behind my phone, so hopefully it doesn't overheat again.
Man, Katy, get your stuff together.
I really thought that I was prepared. Clearly, never. You can never be too prepared.
Never. All right.
Oh my God. Never. If I drop off for some reason, I'll join again, but I'm going to pull my computer out if it happens again.
Well, yeah, actually, the phone's doing great. If you turn it sideways, it'll do picture and sound a little better for some reason. I'm not sure what's up with all that.
Hey, did you do Copper Outlaws and all that?
Yeah, I did the regular groups that I'm admin in, but I didn't do all the other ones. Yeah, that's better.
So will you be able to start like seeing everybody like typing on the side, like?
Yeah, over on the right, if you see where it says comments.
Yeah.
Click on that comments, and underneath it should show you comments from everywhere. I guess I should start. I'm trying to post all the links. It's like we got quite a few watching already. What's going on, Kimbo, Scully, Clint,
Ruh-roh.
Slacks, Brian, Mikey, the usual suspects, Damon. Yeah.
That's different being on this side instead of the other side watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot funner.
Right.
I have a hard time. I can't multitask like that.
Well, most of the questions, most everybody's just kind of saying, "Hey, what's up?" There's some people are getting sleet hitting their windows. I guess they're driving. Kimbo's driving.
I mean, she's in like a light jacket right now. Like, it's so.
And probably hot. You say it's 70 there right now?
Yeah, I'm in my car. I've been in air conditioning all day. I work in like pretty cold buildings, so.
Woe is me. Air conditioned all day. Man, jeez. Is that what it is? It's not sun. That's wind burn like on your cheeks.
That's like from the coldness, yeah.
Yeah, it's not from the cold. No.
From the AC, yeah.
Hey, it was cold earlier.
Yeah, we were getting like 70 or 30 degree swings. We were going from like 50 to 20, 50 during the day, 20 at night, 60 day, 30 nights,
This is what happens here. It's like we had really crappy just snow all for a minute, right? Covered enough to cover everything. And then just when it went away and you're starting to see like the grass, and now I know where my driveway is, like, holy crap, you know what I mean? Boom, yeah. We get hit again. And we're not really far from Lake Erie, so we get hit with that lake effect. And dude, we're talking like snowflakes like that, man. The real big giant ones, dude.
Yeah.
So it's no fun.
Good wet snow. I like those, man.
Yes.
Tony,
That's
this is we're interviewing contestants on Master Distillery. We're not doing the Q&A. We'll probably do the questions and answers this evening at 8 at our normally, normal time. So, come back on there and we can talk about all that good stuff. We do a question and answer stuff to help people, with shining, any questions they ask, my fermentation stopped, I got stuck fermentation or different things like that. So we have a lot of people come in and ask a lot of questions and try to help a lot of people out.
I think I got all of them.
Did you?
Did
you get the big ones?
Get started.
Yeah, let's get this party started. Got time. What's everybody drinking now? Everybody got to tell what they're drinking.
My corn liquor.
Peach brandy.
Orange creamsicle.
My Diet Coke.
I'll do it
for legal purposes. I could go. I could do some. I don't want to ever be held accountable for a recording.
Yeah, behind the wheel and drinking. You're not driving though. That's the most important thing.
I mean, I guess in some parts of the state, you still can pull up. Where I grew up in North Texas, you can still drive up, kind of like Sonic driving, and drink in your car. Like it's one of the only grandfather places.
Wow.
They still allow you to. So, first time ever going to Texas ever, and we were just coming to Texas, and we're watching this cop pull somebody over, but he pulls up to us and he yells because we were in a convertible. He's like, "Pull over!" I was already drinking in the back seat. They didn't even care. They just wanted to make sure everybody had their seatbelts on because the backseat driver or the backseat guy was drinking.
Man, I miss Whataburger. Start talking about Texas.
It's good. They just sold it though, so it doesn't taste the same. I was very sad, very disappointed. But it's still it's nostalgic. I still get excited to see it.
Y'all never had a Whataburger. You don't know what you're missing.
But you know what I miss now is Cookout though. Yeah. I miss Cookout a lot.
They don't have those here?
No, it's Texas.
I've heard about it. I've heard about them, but I've never.
I don't think we have them here.
They're in the South,
we got Burger Fi and Five, or what is it? Five Brothers, or what is it?
Five Guys.
Five Guys.
Yeah. Five Brothers, guys, uncles, something.
We have Permane Brothers here, man. So they like to put the coleslaw on the French fries on the big thick bread. Oh, bomb, dude.
Okay, we gotta switch order. I haven't eaten nothing yet today. Well, I'm eating.
That's a Pittsburgh thing there, man.
Yeah, I just woke up about an hour ago, man.
You're all just getting out of bed,
man. This is early for me. I'm just.
Katy, you were saying I guess getting your back history. You're from Texas. Mm-hmm. How did you get into making moonshine down there?
So I actually had a whole different background. I was working in the dental industry, and I was gonna go back to school to become a dentist. And my life took a whole 180. I was living in Europe with my ex. My ex is military, and we lived in Germany for a couple of years, and that's kind of when I fell in love with just culturally the beer industry. And that kind of just dove into distillation and liquor and all of the background. When I moved back to the States, I moved to Asheville, North Carolina, and Boone, lived up in the mountains up there, and started working in the industry and home brewing and all the things, and got my degree in distillation, and just kind of never turned around, and it just kept going and going. So
you got a degree in distillation? That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of a couple generations back, but a lot of my family were moonshiners out east, and we kind of all just as a family slowly started trekking out west. So it's not something that my immediate family members do, but it is something that's always kind of been talked about, within the family stories and stuff like that. So it's kind of a weird full circle to, I live with my grandfather right now, and he's a big moonshine drinker, and so we get to chit chat about a lot of stuff and sit down and really enjoy it, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
I believe isn't Broken Bones Distillery right around Houston or Austin area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, have you ever met what's his name? Hard to pronounce his name. Esmo from Broken Bones.
I have not, but I'll be heading out that way next week, so maybe I'll try to find him.
Yeah, he's a real good guy. I mean, real knowledgeable. All right, Jason, you're obviously in Pennsylvania. Where did your moonshine history become?
It's been, I want to say this will be the 15th year that I've been messing around with it. And honestly, if you want, like, the only reason why I started it was a friend of mine was like, he said, "Hey, man, did you ever see that show, The Moonshiners? This is right when it come out." And I was like, no, you know. I started watching it, and I mean, dude, the day that Tickle fell off the top and hit the truck,
cracked his rib on the truck,
dude. Oh my God, I knew I was hooked just from that. So
that's funny
that
shit,
honestly, because of those guys, there wouldn't have been. And I mean, who doesn't like, you tell me no, I'm doing it.
Well,
You know what I mean?
A lot of people.
That's how I am. You tell me no, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna prove you I can do it.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm gonna do it good if I can. We'll see.
Yeah, the show's been an influence to a lot of people. It's got a lot of people in the industry and a lot of people into it, and a lot of people that normally would never even dream of distilling and home distilling and all that stuff are now doing it. We've got lawyers, doctors, accountants, and carpenters, and everybody, all together in the groups, asking and learning about making shine and stuff. And it's pretty cool. It's kind of bridged a lot of different walks of life together,
Yeah. My dad and my grandpa, my uncles all ran liquor in West Virginia. And I mean, I helped them out. I got stuck carrying sugar in jars like every youngster. But when I became disabled, my fiance knew I was bored, nothing to do, and she knew I liked moonshine. I watched the show every week faithfully, and so she went and bought me one of them Velvet stills, and it's been game on ever since. And,
yeah.
I've moved up to a 20-gallon copper pot, and I just love it. Santa, what's your history? How long you been running liquor, let's say?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, 40 some years.
See, now that's the kind of shit I like to hear, because it's just like so for me, my dad, him and his brother made it a little bit, and I want to say they were using it for fuel. They did some kind of little conversion kit to one of his little cars for a while, and and I didn't even know this, you know what I mean? And then when I started making it, it was shortly thereafter he had passed away. So I don't think he's ever. I think we drank the orange creamsicle a few times, but not like the way I'm doing everything now.
Yeah, almost 50 years, 48 years, 49 years.
That's a lot.
Almost 50
years. It's funny how the generational changes. Some families, like, a lot of traditional moonshiners, you grow up within your generations and learn it from a young age. And then there's those families like mine where it's like no one talks about any of it anymore. Right. So for context, my grandmother's cousin was Jesse James. So we joke about a lot of our bad blood on just and bad luck on all of our choices in the past. So I feel like as I grew up, my whole family was trying to stop talking about a lot of the stuff that they were doing behind closed doors. And
but now it's cool to talk about it,
Right.
He's like a folk hero now,
I remember I now that she says that, I remember her telling me that on the show. See, and that was her way to try to intimidate everybody off the bat.
I didn't tell you.
Katy, were you a bully?
I did no name dropping. I just said that it's really ironic that I'm legal now because
and when you say Jesse James,
going to jail.
I'm assuming you're not talking about the motorcycle builder when you say that.
More of a railroad connoisseur,
Yeah. He hit strides a lot, didn't he? Yeah, he hit strides on trains a lot. He just needed a lift, Yeah, that's cool as shit.
Well, that's really awesome. I mean, that's cool as hell. Down here in the area that we're at, where Santa's from, there's a Hatfield and McCoy area. I mean, that's where both of them are from. And
my grandmother was a McCoy in the Hatfield McCoy feud.
We might be related then, because that's the other trek that I didn't name drop on the show on purpose. I don't really want to create a
See, I've got.
So you're related to the
going
McCoy
on because
side?
I have no ties to it, but it's a big family
So she
line.
said,
You're related
get
to
that
the
knock on
McCoy
the
side?
door.
I'm like, this is a safe space right now. We're
Right. So you're related to the Hatfield or the McCoy side?
I'm a Hatfield.
Okay, that's cool.
That's the blood I got in me. I mean, I don't know mine. The blood that's in me is from an actual descendant of the actual Hatfield or what. I mean, that my sister found it in our DNA ancestry shit, and my uncle, the only living uncle I got, he's getting up there in age, and he talks about it a little bit, but then it just kind of like fades off into another area.
Yeah.
My
Most of my
grandmother was
family's
born
passed,
like
so.
10 years after all that happened.
So
And she told me a lot about it over the years. Not they didn't talk about much about it back then. It wasn't really, something to be proud of, like your family with Jesse James. Back then it wasn't really something to be proud of and that you'd brag about. It's like moonshine.
I've always
You
admired Jesse James.
you
I thought he was badass.
you didn't brag about.
But we do now. Yeah, we don't have to.
Yeah. Now
Outlaw, man. That's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I think it really
it's cool now.
it was really taboo. I think for a lot of my family members, and everyone for the most part has passed away. So there wasn't a lot of stories growing up for us to really talk about. And I think that there was still some a little bit of shame just because of the transition out west for a lot of them and the lives they had to rebuild and et cetera, et cetera. So it's cool to really dive into your background a little bit more, but it makes me feel a little bit closer to them in a weird way. And I don't know, I think we all can relate a little bit to finding a part of our identity that we might not have had otherwise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my grandmother on my dad's side was the McCoy, and strangely enough, my grandmother on my mom's side was the Call family, and she had I think it's a great uncle that was Willie Clay Call, that was Junior Johnson's buddy that ran Shine, back in Thunder Road days and all that, when all that was going on, and him and Junior were buddies. They were best friends and stuff. They, when Junior got into NASCAR and stuff, he asked Willie Clay. He was known as the uncatchable. He never got caught, and he tried to get him in the NASCAR, and he's like, nah, yeah, he'd rather run Shine.
Hey, let's go through this list and give a shout out to everybody that's here. James Aubrey's here. How's it going, James? Rick Darn, he's an Ohio Shiner.
Oh, what up, Rick?
Yeah.
Sage.
I've been saying hey to them as they pop up.
Oh, I didn't know.
You weren't listening.
That's the only time I'll root anything from Ohio.
Yeah.
Rick Moonshiner Red, good to see you here, and Bam Lisa Day. God dang it, I just lost them all.
Apple Rye.
But Bam.
Bam's
another good
see,
guy.
And then as she tells you all this stuff, and then it's like, man, she's very intimidating as competition,
right?
Because she's telling you all this stuff, and it's just like
her.
Yeah,
over here.
It's easy for me. I just have to point down. Yeah.
Her. Yeah, and
she looks like a bully.
Listen, she bullied the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, with the way my facial expressions were a lot of the time, I wouldn't have been surprised by that thought process. Jason got the best photos of me. We were so damn hot. It was so hot.
That's everybody's chief complaint.
Everybody's.
And it's so different because it's like, yeah, you run a still, obviously it's hot, but then you add stage lights to it and you've now gained 100 degrees.
Yeah, you're in a brick building and it's hot as hell to
no
begin
air.
with, the distillery, no air, no fans because they
and then you run it again.
Sound. Yeah,
when you think you're good, they make you do it again. You run it again. You're
film for 40 hours to get 40 minutes.
Oh my Lord! Honestly, I probably left 40-ish pounds there in sweat.
Yeah, everybody detoxes when they go, man. That's the detox.
It was bad.
Yeah.
I think of everybody I've seen on the show, the worst one that sweat the worst had to be Panhead Cooter.
He was sweating pretty hard.
And he said it was hot.
I
didn't
don't know.
even want to touch nobody. That's how bad it was.
Bennett's not been on it yet, but I saw a picture of Bennett, man, and he was sweating bullets too. Well, it's just a still picture. But it was sweating bullets, man. He was dripping in it. So, yeah, it's bad for us larger folks.
But hey, that's the price you pay. You know what I mean? It was the hottest. It was cooler outside and it was baking hot out there. It was like, oh my God, you went outside and you were like, oh.
Yeah, we were just sitting there checking each other for sweat. It's like dripping down our faces, and we're like, hey, time to grab a rag. Like, here you go.
Yeah, they were like, you need water? You're like, no, we want rags.
I had we had cold water bottles stashed in our little nooks.
So they're not passing around towels every few minutes.
Well, they did when we told them to get them. Yeah, we were like, look, bro, we need some more towels, man. We're melting over here. Like, it's hot.
Well, I guess putting your makeup on was like a waste of time, huh?
No, honestly, there wasn't really any makeup involved on my end. I had to watch the show enough to know better. I was like, I'm just here to make moonshine. I don't give a shit what I look like. Right. I just want to do well. And there's no looking pretty on the show.
No,
I mean, the females that have actually showed up with a full face of makeup and still managed to, they must have been touching it up between takes, because props to them.
That's what I was saying. I mean, they did have makeup artists there. But
do they?
Yeah.
They got makeup artists. Oh, really?
Not for us.
Well, they did. Yeah. It was the Korean or Chinese lady.
Who,
I guess they didn't think Katy needed it.
No.
I would have declined. I just I
was always real fancy
dressed. Lipstick, but I can't even wear lipstick long term because I just forget I have it on. Like, I just can't commit to that kind of stuff.
Me neither.
I've been working in cellars too long. I show up at 5 o'clock in the morning with the boys, and we're just there to work. Like, not really my personality, but.
So what do you do? What's your occupation, Katy?
So I was distilling and brewing in North Carolina, but I just relocated back here. Ironically, 2 weeks before the hurricane. So very weird timing. And I am actually consulting for a distillery here right now. So I'm helping them build it out and get them going for the time being.
Yeah, that's the question I just was going to ask y'all, what y'all do for a living. Jason,
this badass over here, well, I don't know where you're at over there.
That way?
My orientation. This guy is one of the coolest entrepreneurs I've met in the industry, and I'm excited to see what he's up to, because I know he has a lot of things he's wanting to get going.
I'm curious to see what all you got going on. I mean, I know you're a tattooist, obviously.
Well, that's taken. So I'm at that point now where it comes when it's time to tattoo. It has to be something that I want to do.
Yeah.
Something that's really going to highlight what I like. It really.
I can't get you to bring your equipment up to Maggie Valley.
Well, bro, I mean, that's a little different. I'll be slinging bottles on everybody if you want me to. I don't care. Yeah.
That'd be a badass to have a tattoo from you. I mean,
listen, bro, I got one on my leg. It's the greatest. I just got it colored in, and actually at the bottom, I got a couple little jars, and it has a finger in it.
Huh.
So for like the one verse on Metallica, finger in a jar.
Yeah, there you go.
But there's a story behind that tattoo, and that's one of the things, man. Like the stories.
Each
tattoo. Some of the guys that were also filming for the season that stayed in the hotel, I can't remember who it was. Dude with all the names.
He's from here. He's from here in PA.
Yeah.
Dude, he had the best tattoo. So he's like, check this out. He whips up his arm, and it's like this old-fashioned vintage writing. It's like 10, 15 names. Yeah. And they're all crossed out. I'm like, what are the... I said, is that what I think it is? He says, yep, those are all my exes. I was like, what? And he's like, and this is my new one's name down here. And I was like, get the hell out. Well, here, what it was is an actual painting from like the 50s or something like that. And it was all the painter's exes, and he had all the names X'd out. That was like the greatest.
Wow.
I'd have used both my arms and my leg for all my exes.
What else? He had the banana. He had the banana with it was unpeeled, but it was censored.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why Red said he lost interest in it. He was tattooing.
That's it. Oh man.
Yeah,
So I don't know what it is with
Moonshine,
Master Distiller, but man, there's like a ton of Justins and Jasons that's
Listen,
been on the
man,
show.
that's
Man.
the
A
only
lot of-
name. So I tell people this all the time. So Jason, that's July, August, September, October, November. JASON.
Yeah.
yeah,
Think about it,
there
right?
you go.
Not too many people. And then check this out. So for me, it's the trifecta. So I have that going. And then my birthday is 7/27/79. So there's 3 sevens in my birthday.
Oh damn.
And
Yeah,
I have the
either way.
worst fucking luck in the world.
Oh, I was just getting ready to say, I bet you have good luck.
No. My wife does, not me.
You have the personality, though. If you might be lacking luck in your eyes, but you got the charisma and the
I mean,
jokes.
that only gets
You're
you
full of
so
jokes.
far.
So what else do you do for a living there, Jason?
So I am able to do whatever I have to do. Tattooing is really a secondary thing, man. Moonshining, really. My wife, God bless her soul, puts up with a lot of shit. She carries a lot of this because it's, with her being a business owner, she owns her own company. It allows me to do a lot of things.
She's
Yeah,
a
so I'm a
force,
stay-home
man.
dad.
She's a force.
Like I said, I'm disabled, and my fiance, she works her ass off. She puts a lot of hours in, but she loves her job, and I mean, she works. She's gone from the house on her normal schedule. She's gone all weekend long. She don't come home at all.
Oh, look.
So
You can't
she
swing a
takes-
dead cat without hitting a Justin or Jason. There's Justin Meredith.
Yeah.
Listen,
So I mean, I
and Justin Meredith, you better watch him. He's
Yeah.
really, really cool dude.
Yeah, he is. He's
Justin.
awesome.
Yeah, he's badass.
I like him,
I'm looking
man.
forward
He's
to this. I'm really
he's
looking
cooler than
forward to-
yesterday's bread.
Yeah.
So did you all film with Justin and them?
Nope, I didn't even meet him.
So who all did you film with?
Dude, he's a badass guy. I mean, he's really
Just the three of us.
Oh,
we,
y'all didn't have like a big crew of 20 or so people that
We did,
were
but
also
it
filming
was,
at the same time?
I think we were like at the end of filming. We were like the last like little bit to film. So unless you caught him, I didn't stay in the hotel because I was local, and a lot of the people had finished filming as we were coming in. So
what month was it? June or July or
June.
when did you all film? June?
Early June, right? Yeah.
Well, that's when
Yeah.
some of the others
So
were
did,
filming too. June and July.
But you have to think too. So essentially, like they set up. I think we had 3 studios going at once.
Yeah.
So sometimes people were coming into film and leaving, and we might have had lunch next to each other really quickly.
Right.
I mean, we were filming 15+ hour days just on our episode, so it was really hard to.
Which didn't really. I mean, did it
Were
really
you in the
feel
same
like
hotel together with everybody? Because we've talked to all the past ones, and everybody's like
She
all in the
wasn't-
same hotel together. And
they didn't give her a hotel?
I wasn't because I commuted because I lived there.
oh, right.
And then I know you were in a hotel with a ton of contestants, but then some of like the returning contestants were in another hotel. Like Josh and Digger and Tim and all of them were in a different hotel. So
Cool. Yeah, I was going to ask what other episodes were people, you filmed with, and
We actually, let me do this while we're live, Katy. I would like to give you the photo credits for my reel that I posted that, you took the picture of. So I woke up, I'm like, what? She's all mad.
hey, I didn't type in all caps, so you're in the clear.
Right. So Katy gets the photo credits for taking that, but
you took mine, so I guess I'll return the favor.
Josh and Kelly, that was really cool for me meeting them too, because honestly, like everybody that I met there blew me away with how awesome they were. Like they were real people, man.
Real
legit.
people. That's the whole community's like that, man. It's
right. And then you're gonna, it was, dude, it's just crazy. Like just the amount of people in this community, like the Moonshine thing, and it's fucking big.
It's awesome, man. It's a big family, man. It is. We all have our little issues and
it's big
arguments and disputes. You can't put a bunch of old shiners together and not have that. But we all come together when time needs, and we do a lot of charity stuff and a lot of things for people. So, it's good.
Fundraiser for this flood here.
I went to a sportsman thing over like last weekend with a good friend of mine, and I'm going to tell you what, the coolest thing that I got to do was talk to these people, and from everywhere, Alberta, Canada, all that. That one he sticks out the mostly because he was a very older guy, and he was the first one when my buddy asked him. He says, "Like Moonshine?" And this dude, he's been selling hunting trips all day, and he's like, "Moonshine?" Dude, his eyes got like this, and then we started sitting there talking about it, and he was so fired up, dude, just to ask me questions. You know what I mean? I was like, "Yeah, there you go, watch the episode, bro." He's like, "I can't believe it." He was, he was just probably happy to talk about something different that day.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's so fun because, like, for me, I really just wanted to do the show for experience and just to see what I was capable of doing on the fly. And meeting everybody was filming was cool, like whatever. But to be honest, getting feedback and critiques was fantastic because you're getting it from people who have really made names for themselves, obviously, and know what the hell they're doing and are very respected. So it's nice to get consistent feedback, but also to talk to everybody when we did get little moments to chat about, like, Jason helped me because I was very familiar with the show, but when it came down to like in little nooks and crannies with, my thumper, I've been working on, in school, I worked on like stills that we built, but they were already welded well, and all the things had been checked for like safety. Right. So, working on a smaller scale still versus commercial that had been overused or maybe had some leakages in it. It was really nice to have feedback from Jason because he has a whole different background than I do. And then Nate also has a very different background than the two of us. And getting to chit chat about like techniques or just little things you wouldn't know unless somebody taught you it. And I think that is the coolest part about this industry and about this community is that everybody is so quick to immediately help you pick up the pieces or give you, like, no one's here to bring you down. It's like, hey, do you need to borrow this ingredient? It was the only one in the market. And it's like, I'm not here to tell you can't borrow it because you don't have it. Like, if it's going to make your recipe better. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you didn't know when you went on the show that you're going to get a second family, did you?
No. Listen, there was some really cool moments that happened that, like, I had to stand back and go, like, I wonder what my elementary or high school science teacher's thinking about me right now. Like, it's like, dude, I bombed science. I was in 12th grade. They made me take it over again for 9th grade. And it was like, you can't graduate till you take 9th grade science. And I'm like, oh, man. But like some really cool things happened. And
I loved it.
It blew me away. Like, it was some really neat things, man. So,
when I took science in high school and then later in college, I did the same thing. I looked at the angle. How does this apply to moonshining and distilling and doing all this? And it helps a lot.
I failed chemistry multiple times in high school and then ended up going into getting a degree in chemistry, which is very ironic, but it was so applied to something that I was passionate about. And I feel like in high school, you're learning for the sake of needing to learn it, but they don't really like make it applicable to things that people care about. And I really wish that they were able to do that for more people because I think there'd be a lot more interest in industries like this that are so unknown.
Yeah, applied sciences is
that's how it is, man. You teach me for me, I guess it's more like at that point, at one point in time in my life, it's more about what I better learn this because I'm going to use it to make money with. So now I'm like, no, at one point. So you put it all together. Like, but she taught me a lot. Like, I tell people all the time, like she's very smart when it comes to the whole fermentation process. Like, so there was a commercial that was going on at that point in time. And like it reminded me of her. It was the little girl that had the jar, and she's going fermentation.
I know that commercial.
That one, I'm like, that's probably her. You know what I mean? All things
Yeah.
fermentation. So like, yeah, like impressive, man. Like,
Well, that's where the magic happens. Just dumping it in a pot and boiling it off. That's the easy part.
You're very sweet. Thank you.
Really quick,
I don't know this commercial, but I have to look it up. But I mean,
you'll
I
laugh.
am like,
You'll laugh. It's and the little girl was like, fermentation? What's fermentation?
Yeah, I feel like I'm that person. If you poke me right on like anything fermentation, I won't shut up. Like I won't shut up about it. And it's to the point where I have to kind of take a step back because I'm starting to realize that some people just don't care. They don't want to hear
I've been
about
able to go on and on about things after I've had a few.
So really quick, Justin, I believe it was Justin called shots.
All right.
Where's Justin Meredith's shots?
Yeah,
listen, we're already ahead of you, Justin Meredith.
I know he's in his garage or where he does his podcast at drinking.
I think he's probably still stuck at the volleyball game is where he's
he's
at.
out in the doghouse.
Oh, that's good.
I'll take one when I am not in my vehicle. I'll take a couple. I'll send you a video, Jason.
You can catch up.
Okay.
You got a long way to go if you're gonna catch up.
Oh.
Yeah, Damon, he's our IT guy.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Somebody he needs help.
There ain't no help for Damon.
Definitely needs help.
Not physically.
I've tried. It's just beyond help.
It don't work. Although he does make a pretty good Sour Patch liquor. With the Sour Patch Kids. It's actually really pretty good. It almost tastes like you're drinking a Sour Patch Kid. I don't know, little
I'm
candies.
glad you mentioned fuel making, Dennis. I was going to say, man, that Alcotech, that is for fuel.
Okay, so number one, that's my uncle that just posted that.
Is it?
So you can tell that's from my bloodline. He's rocking. He wants to rock out that turbo yeast.
All right, yeah.
You love that turbo yeast. You love it.
It's got the yeast nutrients and everything already in it, man. It's got everything mixed up.
That turbo yeast is like a Twinkie, man. It'll outlast a nuclear blast.
It'll get it boiling quick, man.
It'll heat up fast.
I'll never run it again. I mean, it was when I first got started in running liquor. And I thought, well, fuck, if I can have it ready in 3 days, let's go. And then after I ran it, I was like, oh, no, that shit ain't happening. Tried to give it to my brother, and he wanted to beat my ass over it. I thought, oh, this good liquor, here you go. So he gave it to his buddy to try. His buddy's like, what the hell is this?
Then the mash comes out like ours smelled, and that's something that she had taught me. Because it was
like a huge component of like, unless it's necessary, last resort, I do not use turbo yeast. Like I'm a low and slow kind of gal, and the off flavors that you get from it that also
it's just the congeners that develops during fermentation is really the downside. But if you like doing a vodka or something that you're going to run on a column and neutralize and get all the flavors out, it's not so bad for that. It works pretty quickly, but after watching a couple of weeks ago, them do the sugarcane juice and how fast that ferments off with that special yeast they're using down there, man, that's amazing. It's like it's fermenting as it's dripping out of the press.
Right?
It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's cool.
There's there's just like a lot more on the market now too, which is really nice because you can go to a home brewing store or like order something and you have so many more options, but it's fun to experiment with because everybody does have their their standard recipe of what they like, and Jason loves turbo yeast, and honestly for what he makes, it's probably the only thing with turbo yeast that I would touch right now. It's so clean and it's so good.
Yeah, thank you. That's right. You did taste it. That's right. Mm-hmm. You couldn't even tell it was turbo though, really.
No, I mean it went really well. Yeah.
Yeah, I got stuck using bread yeast my whole life, early on for several decades. It was bread yeast out of the grocery store. That's all you could get. There was no internet, no Amazon, nothing, nobody, no special yeast. I mean, malted barley. Are you kidding me? In Eastern Kentucky in the mountains, you're not finding malted barley. You didn't get all that. It's basically most of the moonshine then was just, basically a cornmeal or cracked corn ground up and
sugar.
That's it.
Malto meal, or
Yeah. I mean, I guess the beauty of it too is always at the end of the day, you like what you like, and who is someone to tell you to change it up? Like, if that is what you like, then
everybody like the same thing. There'd only be one jar on the shelf at the liquor stores,
I look at it, it's a base, man. You know what I mean? I'm probably going to infuse it with something down the line. Like this run, I can probably get 5 different flavors out of. You know what I mean? With that thumper. So it's, it's nice. That's one thing that she learned is with that thumper. That was cool. Like, even though I was like, if I had that chance, I'm taking that thumper. And Katy,
you just gave a spoiler alert here.
I didn't say anything.
He said if.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, just be careful.
But I got pictures.
You'll get to. We won't get into it until next week.
Right.
It is really fun because our episode. I can say this. Our episode was one where we were given the first challenge ahead of time, which essentially said show up with yeast. Whoever gets the highest ABV wins first challenge. And that was it. And so essentially our entire episode, every single break of, ingredients or, surprise turns was every single step that we took in our process, which is really, really fun. And I got curveballed thinking that I curveballed the boys at one point with my decision. And then it spun around and took a 180. So this episode, I think, is going to be really, really fun for people to watch because it kept all of us on our toes.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a good one. I mean, it looks like y'all are doing pastries or something. I mean, that's what the commercial showed.
Yeah, it showed pastries. We can say that because it's actually on the commercial. And,
we'll find out more Wednesday. But, I mean, that's what it looked like in the commercial.
I don't think I've eaten a Twinkie since.
Well, that's why the Twinkie came in with the turbo yeast on the Twinkie. All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm putting it all together now. Okay. Yeah.
So turbo yeast for me, it's because it heats up fast and it's always freaking cold here in PA. So, and I'd like with certain people, I try to tell them like, dude, you don't really need your fish tank heaters really with the turbo because it's going to heat up, dude. Like it's going to rock and roll pretty fast on its own.
Yeah. It's exothermic, man. It creates adenosine triphosphate during the fermentation process, man. That's what causes it all to heat up and warm up on you.
You come in, you're like, oh my God, who was that? You're like, oh, wait a minute, that's the mash.
Yeah.
The mash.
Yeah, then that CO2 release is
and the smell sometimes too. I don't know. So I've got some pretty off smells from some fermentations.
Yeah.
And I've never really seen so many, different types. Everybody's, fermenting so many different things now. Back in the days, it was just grains and boring. And now, it's like Wild Bill and Rachel, you're selling that, wedding cake shine, and in the show, they're doing a lot of, pastries that, Amanda got from her sister, a couple of weeks ago, doing a bunch of pastries and stuff like that. And, it's interesting to watch all the different things people are coming up with these days and running. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I don't know how they got past all that butter, to be honest. I mean, I'd like to know that their little secret behind the back.
Well, I mean, you can dip the oil off the top, skim it.
Oh yeah, I know you dip the oil.
Oh, with the pastries.
Yeah.
There's a trick too. If you get a cold ice jar and you have a lot of oil and you run the ice through it, it'll
stick to the jar.
It's disgusting, but it works.
That's a good idea.
You just right around the top, boom, it all sticks to it, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna eat that.
Yeah, there's a lot of shortening in there as well as butter. Yeah, it's pretty gross stuff.
Yeah, you'll definitely see that play out with our pastry situation because that was my immediate thought process was like, what has butter and what doesn't right now? Because this is about to get weird and based on who chooses first versus who gets last. I mean, it was very interesting what we all ended up getting stuck with.
And so you know how to make frosting, so you probably know the frostings that are more cream cheese based and butter based, and
avoid it all. Avoid it at all costs.
Yeah.
Scrape it off. lick it off. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Just eat it before it goes in there.
Yeah, it'd have been in my beard like the line that ate the gazelle, you know. I had chopped off.
We were definitely doing quality control on these pastries. I'll tell you that much.
I'm telling you, right? Right. I'm like,
so they didn't start out with little green spots and fuzzies on them, so they were fresh pastries.
I mean, I hope so. I really can't tell you.
So at the end of the episode, who put on the most weight?
I'd say they sweated it off. I'd say they lost more than they walked.
Well, that's what I'm trying to see. I mean,
I don't know.
What was the question?
I said, I don't know. After the episode was done, who ended up putting the most weight on, do you think? You know, after all the pastries are there, you can eat.
Me. I mean, dude, I was going through all I quit smoking cigarettes and so. No, I think I quit before I even went on the show, but it was still it was fresh to me. You know what I mean? So it was I definitely put on some weight, man.
Well,
but if they ever invite me to go back, I'll just sweat it all off.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I did show up to the hotel with some beer to help maybe get the calories going again, but.
So you like the dark German beers, or are you still kind of stuck on?
I love it all. I don't drink as much beer anymore. I definitely drink more liquor when I do, but when it comes to beer, I think just having to taste so much of it with work for a long time. I'm a lager girl through and through. Anything light, crispy, German style lagers, dark lagers, light lagers, any of that is kind of more my jam. But I also like to do it with the Boilermaker, so it tastes real good with a side of whiskey next to it.
Boilermaker, that's down my alley. When I was growing up, I was never a big beer fan. I like, something like Grolsch and the Fosters, some of the higher alcohol content beers, some of the heavy dark beers I thought had some good flavors, but like just the regular American blonde lights and all that, I always dropped a shot in it, and that was my beer.
Yep.
Was the Boilermaker.
Yep. I'm not a beer guy. No beer for me. I mean, I'll drink a
beer. I've never brewed beer for beer. I've drank beer mash, before and tasted it and said, it's not bad, and drank a little bit, but I've never, made it for a beer and finished with a beer. Have you ever done that, Jason? Done any beers? I've never, I've never gone that route.
The first thing I ever did was actually wasn't beer. It was all the leftover whiskey I had in my liquor cabinet.
Right.
And it was everything that was in there, man. We put it all in there, and it was a pot still that I made. Looked like R2D2, man. It was like a stainless steel pot with a salad bowl with a coming out of it.
Somebody left a bunch of appliances in Kentucky, and that's what you ended up with.
Yeah. Right. But that was
question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I forget where I was even at, man.
I'm sorry about that. What was your very first run? I mean, was it a grain or fruit?
Personally, or
personally?
Yeah, your first run ever.
Your first personal.
Yeah, personally. Yeah.
My first still run, actually, I want to say was wine.
Okay.
I was working on a 2-year project, and ended up I had to start working on that project pretty early, so I dove into doing a lot of wine distillate for brandy and stuff before I started playing around with different mash builds.
All right. Cool. Jason?
Mine was sugar. I mean, we did the whiskey, of course. Everything actually, when I was done with that, it tasted like a margarita. It was bad. We drank it. It was probably the highest stuff I ever distilled, man. But it was pretty not my style. But I like doing just some good corn.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing to run. My first run was actually taters, and the only reason I made it taters is because I had them in the house at that point in time. So I live an hour from any grocery store around. So taters were here and taters I ran, and it turned out really damn good. I mean, they were a little fiery, but it was damn good liquor.
They literally just cut all the corn today, the rest of it. So I got corn in front of the house, on the side of the house, behind it. It's everywhere, dude.
Sweet potatoes are really fun too.
Sweet potatoes, yeah. I did a smoked sweet potato, and it turned out really good.
Yeah, sweet potatoes are good.
It wasn't over smoky. I mean, it just had that right amount of smoke. It had that good sweet potato flavor. And yeah, that was a really good run. I was really impressed with it.
For those that don't know, Daniel Stevens is Moonshine Bennett. So
listen, I love that guy. Besides Justin Meredith, those are the two. Listen, he's just jealous because he can't grow a mohawk.
Yeah. Going on, Wade.
I have to tell you this. So, like, when I met Daniel and his wife at the hotel,
Peaches.
I'm going to tell you what. I could not stop laughing at him, dude. They are the funniest. His wife had me in total tears. Like, I couldn't even talk. That's how funny when she was telling me these stories. And I'm gonna, like, from that moment on, I've kept in touch with him.
So they were filming at the same time you all were?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah, we were trying to find out who filmed with him because all the contestants we've had before, like, no. And then finally we've got contestants that was with Bennett. We're trying to find out when his episode's going to be on. They just might not film it.
Listen, you know what they're going to do. They're going to save the best for last, bro.
Yeah.
He's going to be
finale.
The finale. I mean, like, come on. Move over, Brad Pitt. Here comes Daniel Stevens, baby. I'm
sipping on some peach brandy, brother. Wade, wondering what everybody's drinking today.
Nate just texted me. He said he forgot he had to drive his family to the airport. I told him to go ahead and jump in. And
who? Yeah. Oh, Nathan.
Yeah.
Can he make Wednesday, you think?
I'm gonna ask him.
Hope so.
I hope so, because it'd be nice to have him here.
Yeah.
He's a smart man, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Is that who you were on with?
Huh?
I'm asking Bennett if that's who he was on with.
Yeah, and who else did we had seen? Alfredo. That's when I met Alfredo. Was there?
I was like, "Are we allowed to say who filmed?"
So this is what I was told. This is what I was told by one of the producers. He told me, he said, "Dude, you can go ahead and start talking about it on social media. You're just not allowed to talk about the outcome, the final outcome."
Right.
Oh, I haven't told my family. I've literally told not a single person. I was like, "It's 42 minutes. Like, get over it and watch it."
Yeah, you don't want to get in trouble, or heck, you never know. They might just say, "All right, you want to talk about." We'll not even air the show. We're just going to go to the next. They never know.
Well, it's also just like, what? It's not as enjoyable of a view, right? Like, if you already know the outcome.
Who spoils? No spoilers.
Kelly came back, which was really cool getting to meet her.
What one was she on? Because I have a picture with everybody sitting at the table.
Talking about Kelly Tennille?
Out of Jersey, out of Asbury Park. I don't remember her last name. Red hair.
Yeah, I think she's. Yeah, I think that's.
I was thinking of a different.
She won her episode initially.
I know.
Yeah, she's really smart too. She's a hoot to be around for sure.
And the last one we seen was it Jeremy? I think his name was the one. No, that was Michelle, but the one before Michelle. Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, that's another one. Jeremy Justin Jason's. Yeah.
Yep. He was there too, because the picture is everybody except for me. I had to go to the bathroom. Everybody else was in the picture.
Really? Oh, that'd be my luck.
Yep. I come back, everybody's down. I'm like, here, I'll send it to you. That's what they tell me.
Yeah, that'd be my luck for sure.
Oh man. Knuckles.
He said if he can, he will try to get on the Wednesday. I'll be driving from Colorado to Minnesota at that time, so could be sketchy again. but I like to try and get on and share my journey and story. Katy, what time can you do Wednesday? Is it still before 5?
I can do. I have to drive to Houston, so I'll depending on what works for y'all. I can drive early. I need to be about this time is probably best for me.
Okay.
If that's plausible, but I can be flexible.
Yeah. I'm trying to make it work where we could Nate on too.
I was thinking this time,
and see what we can work out.
4 or 5 o'clock Eastern time is, probably 2 or 3 o'clock in Texas. So yeah.
See, that's what I was worried. I was like, oh man, he told me 4, but is that Eastern time or
Eastern, Central?
Yeah, it's what we did 4 Eastern today, right? Yes.
Yeah.
My brain's turning off slowly. If you haven't, yeah, I could do 4 Eastern, 5 Eastern for sure. I could do.
Since it's during the week, later the better, because a lot of people just getting off work.
Yeah. Fair. Give me a second. I can actually just see if I can make this work. Do some finagling in the schedule. Let me see.
No, it's okay. So Nathan, what's your plans for the future? Work toward opening of a distillery, or just keep doing the outlaw way?
Got all fuzzy there. I couldn't hear
you.
Plans for the future.
I can do 6 p.m. Eastern, but I don't know if I could push. Like, I could definitely do an hour, but I don't know. It kind of just varies if I can do longer than that. But I could do 6 p.m. Eastern.
So we could do like 5. Come on, like around 5-ish then Eastern time. Yeah,
5 Eastern. That'll give you a couple hours. Yeah, that'll give you a little more time.
Gives people time to sit down for dinner over there.
I just want to make sure you guys get the time.
Yeah, I mean 5's fine. I just.
Story. I mean, that's what we want. I mean, that's what everybody wants to hear y'all's journey through. Distiller, what the hype were.
And they don't have to watch it live. They can catch the video later. Anytime they can click on it and watch it.
There's just more y'all than there is me, so I want to be respectful of what's the best for the majority over.
Right.
Like, I'll figure
I just know a lot of them have a lot of questions. So, and especially during the Wednesday show when we can really field a lot of questions and deal with them and stuff. And
oh man,
so, they'll have a lot of questions. Yeah. They want to pick y'all's brain and find out more about you.
We'll have a lot
to do farewell.
They'll be asking your marital status, your phone number. Right. They'll be wanting a lot. Yeah, they'll be asking.
We just need your credit card number, your social security number.
Yeah, right.
I am worth absolutely nothing, so they can have that.
Yeah, I'll give you the number if you just promise to pay the bill when you get it.
I'll give you the number if you promise to give me your credit score.
Pay the overdraft and bring me back to 0. We'll be good.
Man, this is not looking good out there.
It'll be nice though, because they were releasing the episodes a lot sooner in past seasons than this one. And I honestly feel like there's a lot I've forgotten about. So it'll be fun to rewatch it and to chat with
see what they say, because you don't get to see what they say,
Right. That's what I'm really pumped about. Like when they do their little whatever they do in their little back room,
And they taste
all
it
of like the conversations.
Oh, yeah, that's hot, man. And I wonder what they proved that. Oh, almighty, and burn. Yeah.
I'm curious to see what they pull from our interview questions, like what they deemed the most important, because that's gonna get interesting. I think I might have said too much, but it's like, I guess we'll see if they think it's too much when they edit it.
It's all good.
Jason and I were just like, I feel like both of us walked in, and personally, Nate was a little bit more reserved naturally, and Jason and I were like, hey y'all, this is us. Like, how's it going? We were a little too
but here was the thing,
we were out there.
Here was the thing though, that made all the nerves go away for you, him. Like, dude, it was so chill working with you two. Like, I don't know. Listen, if I wasn't losing it from sweating, I was losing it from laughing. All the fun
we were kind of ridiculous, to be honest.
Dude, listen,
that's
it was
awesome.
Funny.
That's really awesome.
It was funny.
Hey, So, Katy, have you got a watch party set up like I know Jason got his?
I initially did in North Carolina, but to be honest, because we're the first ones watching it, I'm like, I kind of want to see what's up first.
Private.
But no, everyone that I did have a watch party with ended up having to leave town. So I'm gonna hang out with it. I just wanted to keep it small and eat pizza in my sweats and chit chat and hang out with my close circle. So
now were you all able to keep any of your show liquor?
So our episode, based on the situation, was not. There was no way we could have kept it. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I took all of it though. Initially, I took it and had all my coworkers tasting like all the jars that we had left between all of the three of us. So, yeah.
Yeah. That's true. I forgot about that.
But most of our liquor that we ran, we ended up all reusing at some point, so there wasn't near left.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking about the sweat earlier a minute. You know,
You'll have a hard time making me and Jason.
Just walk around, there's a little puddle around Bennett everywhere he goes from the sweat.
I wonder how much sweat. I wonder how much of y'all sweat make it in the jars. You ever thought about that?
I wasn't hanging out down there that long.
Bro, listen, I thought of that while I was doing what I was doing.
Yeah.
I did.
That's funny.
I was going, man, thank God there's alcohol in this.
Yeah, no shit.
Hey, then you can really tell them when you put all your blood, sweat, and tears into everything you do, man.
Hey.
Heavy Metal Moonshine says shots from Jason's wife.
Woo!
Aww.
There we
Shots
go.
She won't be down here.
I'm all out.
Where's your shot, wife?
Is she at home?
Yeah, she's in the other room.
Well, bring her out.
Bring her on here.
Yeah.
Hey, you just invited her.
All right, come on.
Yeah, shots, Heavy Metal Moonshine.
Come on out from behind the curtain.
Yep. She's coming. Maybe not. She had her glasses on today. I'm like, ooh, you look sexy.
Yeah, Bennett shine was saltwater shine. Yeah, salty.
Salty. Look, see now, Dennis, that's my uncle. This is a whole family affair. This is funny.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome. I
That's
mean,
amazing.
It's great. It's great you got all that support behind you, you know.
Listen, I don't know if some of it's support, my friend.
Huh?
Now you got an even bigger family with the Moonshine family. So
absolutely.
Also,
man,
jump in the groups. Yeah, jump in the militia and the Copper Steel Outlaw groups, and you know, stay up with us. After the season's over, we're going to try to have like reunion parties and try to get some people back together that were all filming together, because a lot of friendships and a lot of, you know. Hey, Christy.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome to the show.
That's Heavy Metal Moonshine.
I'm helping him manage his social media, so
awesome.
Not that I have time. Yeah, no shit, and I don't even have time for it. I have to manage my companies too, so
that was a good post you made up. You're doing a good job.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah, I'm Uncle Joe.
Nice to meet you all.
Nervous.
Nice to meet you. Oh, don't be nervous.
I do my own podcast, so I'm used to this.
So what do you podcast about? With work?
Yes, I do Ladies Leadership Coalition, and I do Empowering Women into Logistics.
Cool.
So I try to get back to the industry.
I told her. That's what I told Katy, because Katie's all about woman power and that kind of shit too.
And I have a nonprofit that I'm with 2 other women. It's not mine. It's a friend of mine, but I'm on the board. It's to help children that are sex trafficked in the state of Texas. I'm the only one in PA. The other 2 are in Texas, so it's pretty cool too. So
that's a hell of a
yeah, it's a big issue these days for sure.
That's a hell of a good nonprofit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, I'll let you guys finish your show. It's nice to meet you all.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you chat with us in group.
Yep. See ya.
Thanks for getting Jason on board with us. And linking him in and hooking us all up together.
Dial it in.
Yes, sir. Yeah, she seems real cool. I mean, you got a good woman there, obviously.
She is. She puts up with a lot of shit.
Mine does
And
too.
then,
It seems like all of them do. I mean,
Yeah. They have to. these
well,
days.
she's put up with it for a long time. We've been together 24 years.
oh, nice.
Awesome.
24,
Yeah, I've been with my fiance.
24. How old are you?
45.
Damn, I would have not have
Just a
guessed that.
puppy.
She's 48. Well,
Shit. Well, you weren't
just turned
supposed to tell
48.
that. You're in trouble now, man.
Well, she said it, not me. I'm just repeating.
Oh, okay.
Listen, my wife looks good for 48. She looks damn good for 48.
Yeah,
I
Both
tell her.
definitely both look.
No, bro.
much
You see
younger
me
than
in
we are.
person, you'd be like, bro, you look more like 65, dude.
You do not.
I mean, you're only a few years younger than me, man. I mean, I'm 52. Look at you.
Shit.
Hey, I'm catching up.
Yeah.
The color, I mean, it's a little bit.
Yeah, mine used to be red. I had a big red beard. Now it's all gray.
It's all fake. It's dyed.
Yeah,
That's how
I've
he
gone
he
from
tries to look
Gandalf
older
the
than
red
he
to
really is.
Gandalf the gray now.
I used to have mine was like 3 inches longer than where it's at now. And she cut it off one day. It was like, haha, snip.
Did
Right?
you get like weaker and stuff? It
Oh, bro, listen.
was like
I felt
Sansa,
like,
man. You
look,
cut the beard. I get weaker.
I look like I crawled right out of the ground, Night of the Living Dead, dude. I was like,
Yeah, I can't take that car out
My
now.
fiance and I have been together for 10 years, and I figure, well, it's time to make her an honest woman now. So we're getting married in September.
oh, man.
After 10 years, she's got to become an honest woman.
So have you been married before?
Oh, yeah. I tried it 3 other times.
So listen, then you need 3 tattoos. And I tell everybody this.
With
That's
all
when
their
you get
names.
remarried,
Yeah, with
you
little
need bullet
names, yeah,
holes,
right.
bro. No, you need bullet holes in your feet.
There you no. Well,
That way you can be like, well, I've already shot myself in the foot 3 times. I ain't going to do that again.
Yeah, I only got 1 foot to
Yeah.
work with, so yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. Come right up it, man. Yeah.
Wow, call him back.
Yeah. Like,
yeah,
Oh,
that's-
my God. If I didn't
yeah.
answer the first time, what makes you think I'm going to answer it this time?
no, Cindy is.
I'm looking forward to this marriage. We've got a real good relationship. She supports me in everything I do. I support her with everything she does. I've got her into making moonshine now, and she actually makes a really good brandy. And I'm looking forward. I'm having a still built for her. As a matter of fact, Bruiser's building her a 15-gallon keg still. And she just, she told me what she wants. She don't want no thumper. She wants keg to condenser, and because she likes running brandies and rums. So,
Bro, I did keg
pretty
keg
soon she's
steel
gonna
on
be
mine,
better than
man.
me on the brandy.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I started out on a pressure cooker and then moved up to a keg steel. And that's when I invented the bypass. I guess Jerry talked about on the show last week, like he figured it out on his own. Right. I came up with a bypass back in the 80s, and I shared it with the Moonshine community about, 5 years, 6 years ago. And all the builders and everybody's putting them on there now. And I'm tickled to death that everybody's getting a chance to use them. It's the bypass that bypasses the thumper, so you can,
So that's where the common sense and the being like a construction guy, working in construction, knowing pipe, copper and stuff like that stuff goes a long way in doing this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That hillbilly ingenuity coming through.
That's right.
You learn real quick. You didn't do it right too.
Yeah. I tell my uncle, I'm like, listen, dude, you don't have to be super technical about it. Yeah, it matters, but you got to think of it always like this. Like, what did they do back then? Bro, they weren't running to the store to get like rescue tape. You know what I mean? Like, no, they're putting mud on it, bro. You know what I mean? They're figuring out a way.
Right.
Yeah. We're making biscuits on the steel. Yeah.
Santa?
Huh?
I'm getting kind of worried down here, brother.
Are you? Is it
water
coming up into the yard?
It's almost in my garage.
Well, you got everything out of the garage floor?
Huh?
You got everything out of the garage floor?
I had Steven go out and pick everything up.
Yeah, you better have him out there stacking everything up, man.
Yeah, he did. Just
That's
sucks.
good.
I've been remodeling my house for the last year, and I've got new drywall out there, standing out there, and I got water headed straight for it.
Yeah, that rain out there is no joke.
We're getting a lot of rain
had
here in
rain for the
Kentucky.
last. How long has it been raining?
for several days, and I know the Big Sandy's getting up too. A buddy of mine was posting on Facebook about how it's crest. Actually, yesterday it was starting to go down a little bit, so I guess it's going to start going back up
Are
again.
y'all both in Maggie Valley?
No, I'm up in Kentucky.
Eastern
We're both in
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
We're not far. Actually, it's just a few mountains over. It's not real far.
I'm 2 hours from Maggie Valley.
Okay.
Yeah. By the crow fly, maybe an hour. If
that was a cool thing to do this summer too. That was pretty neat.
Oh, yeah.
Maggie Valley, dude.
Oh yeah.
I've never been out there.
It's so beautiful.
Jason,
I'm like so bummed I missed you too because I had to work.
Yeah, I saw you out there. I remember you.
Walking around there, you wore bibs and no shirt. I think your mohawk was red or it was colored, I believe.
No, it's the same.
I know
but I was rolling around.
That might have been somebody else. I think somebody else had the rainbow mohawk.
No, it wasn't rainbow. I said red. But
I was there.
I think somebody had one that was rainbow or something.
I know I've seen you because you were shirtless with bibs on.
I got to meet them all though. That was what was really cool. I got to meet a lot of really like Hillbilly Red. I got to meet him. That was funny.
Yeah, he's on here. He's been Shunner Red's on right now. He's watching.
Oh my God, dude. That guy, dude.
Have you ever seen that video where he drinks a quart of moonshine?
That Moonshine Red. Okay, yeah.
He said that's
that one. That guy.
He's like, what did he say? He's like, Red Bull give you wings and that moonshine will put you in four-wheel drive.
Yeah, give you four-wheel drive.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Man, that video went viral, man.
I was riding around in a black and gray little mobility chair, little scooter. I was all over that place.
He was one of the two guys that had the wheelchair race over there.
Yeah.
On Moonshiners Row. Yeah.
I think he froze up.
Oh, he'll be back.
Or he's thinking really hard. It wasn't that important, Jason. I mean,
maybe he turned his camera off.
Sometimes.
That's okay. Christy will come fix it, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. He dropped it. Hope
there you go.
Back.
So,
hope his battery didn't die.
What's your
He's
plan?
right now. He's yelling for Christy right now. That's what he's doing.
Katy,
what's your plan?
Christy, come help me, Christy. I'm down.
Katy,
See there.
Plan for the future?
Did you what? So when it goes black, you can still hear it then, right? No,
I was just guessing.
No.
I know what I'd be doing, so yeah, I figured.
Katy, what's your plans for the future?
My plans for the future, honestly, very open-ended right now. Moving back here to Texas was not planned a year ago, so I'm kind of in a weird transition career-wise of trying to figure out what I want to do now, and hopefully working in. I'm going to go more corporate in the industry, but I want to stay in liquor and in spirits. So I'm trying to get in with and in talks with a couple of spirit companies about doing beverage operations for them and education and advocacy for a different spirit company. But for now, I'm just going to go. I'm working with an old coworker out about an hour outside of Texas or outside of Austin because they own a honey farm and a meadery and they want to expand the business. So it's kind of perfect timing for me right now. And I'm going to go out Monday and go check it out and then figure out what our next plan of action is. But I'm going to build them out a distillery for them and get them up and running.
Yeah.
So you got to stay in the distilling field.
Yeah,
right?
in some form or fashion, absolutely stay within this side of the industry. It's just I'm wanting to go into do fermented foods as my personal business at some point.
What's going on, Steve?
And in order to run a business, you got to have money, and that's something I don't have. So
yeah, it costs money to make money.
We've got quite a few viewers from Australia, New Zealand, and all over UK.
Nathan, any other plans for your future? I mean, are you gonna stay in the distillery? Or
me?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
So you thinking about
going
to
legal? I'd take the distillery industry over, bro, one jar at a time if I could. You know.
We were in talks. Yeah. I want to get you up and running. I want to get you
Yeah. Hey,
out and about.
listen, I got a lot of really cool ideas in my head, like some really good ones. I got some really good new ones. And yeah, it's that what you said. It's all about getting the money, man. I know that.
It's a lot of
Like
money.
orange.
And it's tough to come up with something new. You know, I mean, they've been distilling for thousands of years, you know, and it's like in the groups, people are like, has anybody tried the elderberry? And I'm like, come on, man, you got to get so far outside the box. Everybody's done elderberry, man. You got.
Well, it's so funny because like the whole elderberry thing, like we've lived in this house now for like 8 or 9 years, and
No,
5. Sorry, a little bit off. 5 years.
A little bit.
Maybe it feels like so long, but we've been here forever. But on the edge of my property, like elderberry everywhere, and I'm like, what are these? You know,
That's a hot commodity in the mountains.
Yeah.
Listen, but I was watching. They got to do better because like they're trying to get all the little freeze them and then they fall right off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Little tricks like that. It's like, come on, they put right into a bag and then they're not everywhere.
My new experiment that I'm gonna run this year, I'm gonna do a mimosa, the mimosa flower.
Yeah.
Do a mimosa.
That dandelion and mimosa, you know, both those make good wine.
Wine, but I'm gonna do a mimosa and another fruit. You know, I'm not sure. Hold on, I'll wait till that's done.
Yeah. All right.
But I want to do like a mimosa, another fruit. You know, maybe like a mango or a melon or something subtle. You know, just 'cause I've got them growing right here. So, I mean,
that's better.
I touched my phone and then I was like, I shouldn't have done that. I'll leave it alone.
Yeah, it makes a really.
Listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Katy.
It makes a really
I
strange.
haven't learned that lesson yet. I don't think I ever will.
leave things be when they're good. Is that the lesson?
Break them worse. That's what I do. And then I'm like, we're starting from new again.
Yeah.
Hey, shall we do a shot?
Shot time.
Katy, you're really lacking on this.
I'm about to go into work, but I'll tell you what, I will take a couple shots before. I just don't want this to ever come back that I'm sitting in my vehicle. I already have a DUI on my record. I don't want to get.
Yeah, we don't want no more of them. I got a DUI for sitting in my vehicle listening to the radio.
Exactly. Right. I don't want to add to my troubles in life. I'm doing good.
You have to have the keys out of the ignition. You know, the keys can't be in the ignition.
In some states, I don't think they can even be in the car anymore. I think it's like intent to drive still.
I think it's state by state, probably different rules.
Actually, it depends on the cop.
Yeah.
I don't need anything. I don't need any evidence of anything that I'm doing.
Yeah, they don't like. They definitely don't like.
A few shots for you, so.
It's Tuesday afternoon.
Moonshine.
Did you get one ready?
That's Amanda's brother, by the way. Moonshine Red.
Amanda Brian.
Okay. Yeah. That's funny.
So they're talking about elderberry.
I will come prepared with some fun stuff on Wednesday.
So Cindy has the trick for picking them. All right, Cindy, share that with us, especially in Texas. Oh, that's Chad.
Ooh, do share.
Cindy.
We love the knowledge.
I miss Texas. I really do.
Huh?
Texas was so much fun.
I've never been to Texas.
Come on out.
Yeah, I've never been there.
A lot to do. I'm going to Houston. I'm going to go to the rodeo hopefully next week. I'm super
rodeo.
I like going to Dallas to the stockyards.
Oh yeah,
I've been there.
That's a cool experience if no one's done that. They shut down the street, one of the main like historical streets in Fort Worth, and moved the cattle. It's pretty cool.
My wife was just there.
Go to Billy Bob's.
So you got the Longhorns running down the street, huh? Like running the bulls in Italy or something.
My wife left her
a little less chaotic, but I'm not
a little bit of her knee on the Alamo.
Yeah. I haven't been to Houston yet. I mean, I'm going down to see my sister, and they said she's in Houston, and looking forward to that.
There's a lot of really cool stuff happening. A lot of new distilleries. I say that Texas is like 10 years behind in the craft movement. I really do believe that. So it's cool to see coming back now, it growing exponentially because there's so much eagerness that I think got lost for a long time.
Yeah, that's
People are
Kentucky's
excited about
usually
it.
behind on everything, but you know, bourbon and horses, man, we're at the forefront. You know, we're not last in line here. Yeah.
I might be in Kentucky end of April, so I'll let y'all know.
Awesome, yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah.
We'll
I
all meet
gotta
up,
go out to
go
Bourbon
out and have
Trail,
dinner or
so.
something. Yeah. So you're coming to do the bourbon trail? That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. I hopefully I'll be with the distillery situation out there for a couple days, but yeah. Fun.
Yeah,
I love it out there.
We can all plan a little trip together, you know. Be fun.
The bourbon trail is supposed to be a blast. I want to check it out. And
it's amazing. If you've not gone,
you can't do it all. You know, there's so many. You can't see it all in a day. So it's
it's a whole. I went for a whole week.
Awesome.
The bourbon train or something up here in Kentucky. I got being an amputee. It's hard for me to do a lot of stuff without having assistance. So, and my fiance works every damn weekend, and you know she gets so many weekends off or so many days off a year. So she tried to spread them out and make sure we make like Maggie Valley or Farm to Bottle.
That's a fun one, man. Oh, yeah. Maggie Valley's a good time.
Oh yeah, you got to make it up to Farm to Bottle. That's a hell of a good festival.
But I didn't get to really experience like the whole Maggie Valley thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I don't know. The guy I was there with, he was a little older, so he was just. Plus, he was like, whatever, man. Like, so I didn't get to have as much fun as we probably could have, like, especially like with the bands and watching the music.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's what's cool about Farm to Bottle is the promoter of the Farm to Bottle Festival is also a promoter of like all kinds of 80s era rock music, bands. And this year they had Texas Hippie Coalition. Moonshine Madness, a bunch of cover bands.
Yeah,
but it was a blast. I mean,
I like the best thing at Farm to Bottle is like you camp right next to where the stage and everything is, and right next to where all everything is.
The street from it, like I did.
Yeah.
Where
it was so much fun camping. It's in Ohio.
Okay.
Wilmington, Ohio.
Yeah.
How far is that from us?
Yeah, Dan Gray runs it. He's a good friend, and we have a lot of fun. Actually, Dan put on a benefit concert to raise money for, and militia. We all did lots of different things. A bunch from the militia. We went down to Arkansas and did a little, gathering there and solicited some donations from a festival, Moonshine Festival down there that they had a lot of people participate in. We brought a truck full of stuff to North Carolina and Tennessee. Actually, we went to Old Fort. The truck went to Jerry's shop. The truck went to Jerry's shop, but Dan put on a benefit concert, and we collected a ton of money and toys. And I went down and I got my Santa suit on and played Santa for the kids down there. We handed out toys, like maybe 3 days before Christmas, just handed out tons of toys to all the kids. And the Cajun Navy was there, and they donated some toys too, to us. And we just sat and gave away toys all day. It was a blast, man. That's probably the most rewarding thing I've done. And
they pull on your beard all the time.
Yeah, it's real. They were trying to pull and see if it's fake or not, or pull himself up on my lap like it's just a little handle, It's
right.
Like, whoa. It was a lot of fun, though.
My wife,
those little kids come up and just hug me, like, oh, Santa.
Well, see, and that makes it even cooler because the beard's real, man. You know what I mean? They're like, this ain't no hired Santa up in the house.
Yeah. There's no fake Santa with fake glasses. They're real glasses and real beard.
Right. My wife, they hire a pretty good Santa and Mrs. Claus as well for their Christmas party, and it's been the same people for 24 years. Like holy shit, man, and they do a really good job of it.
I had no idea, but there's like a Santa union now. I had no idea, but Yeah, they've unionized, and it's like, man, it's set rate for Santas out there. If you want to rent a Santa, it's going to cost you, buddy. It's like, are you kidding me, man? That's
Oh
crazy.
shit.
But if you get a friend request from Joe Justice with a little Santa suit on, that'd be me.
That
He don't fit the Santa suit too well anymore, but he still got it.
It fits perfectly, man. That's why I keep my weight on. I got to fill my Santa suit out just right. And I would be. There's no such thing as a skinny Santa.
Damon Beatty wanted to ask a question. He's asking if y'all are going to make it to the festival, or what festivals that you are.
Yeah, the Summer Jam is probably, if you can make just one, I'd say Summer Jam. If you can make two, I'd say Summer Jam and Farm to Bottle, both awesome. And it has to do with how close you are. I mean, you're fairly close to maybe Louisiana. There's a good festival we're going to down there.
Yeah,
Actually,
I'd love to meet up with Rick.
Month. Yeah,
that's they were out here for a little bit, but I didn't get to link up.
That's the only thing that sucks about you moving to Texas.
Yeah, we're doing Louisiana like in 3 weeks.
Come on.
Jeez.
We have another show that we do the podcast on called The Shit Show, and it's just on Friday nights, and we get on there and just talk about anything, everything, politics, get drunk, everybody argues, and it's crazy.
I was watching it last night a little bit, and I was laughing. I was like, man,
it got a little more crazy last night than usual. You know, that was kind of a rare time. It was.
Well, I heard it wasn't Phil Billy was saying something about the Kirby vacuums.
Right.
I start laughing, dude.
Phil Billy.
Bro, I got a Kirby vacuum story, man, that I've been dying to tell because it was. You probably wouldn't believe me, dude.
So, it's funny.
I'm down in my garage, and I needed a vacuum, and every single shop vac that I'm using is blowing dust everywhere, like straight drywall, you know. So I'm just trying to so we had this old Kirby, and I had taken it down in the garage just for quick vacuuming up, whatever. And this was summertime, so I'm down there trying to just not breathe dust, man. I was getting sick of it, right? Vacuuming in flip flops. And the Kirby, the head itself is 50 pounds on this thing.
Right, they're heavy as lead. Yeah, I got one.
So I'm classic. I'm already in a bad mood because it's hot as hell. And I'm straight up. I swear to God, I thought it took my little toe completely off. I hit it right. So I'm screaming, and the barn door's open, and I'm so angry at this point that I grabbed the Kirby, and I'm like, I'm gonna shot put this motherfucker out into the thing. So I start swinging it. Listen, there's no lie. This is just a true story. As I'm swinging it around, I come to where the door was open, and I let it go, and I'm like, oh shit, where's the cord? And as soon as I thought cord, I was on my back, and out the door I went with it. No bullshit.
These things are heavy, man. I've got a Kirby Classic 3, I think, from the 70s, man. It still works.
They're not awesome. It took me right out the door with it. Like there was nothing, gone.
Yeah, those things will last generations, man. I mean, that thing's literally from the 70s. It's 60. It's older. It's as old as I am almost.
Yeah, that one didn't, man. It hit the ground, and that was even twice as mad because it pulled me down.
I'm sure it didn't hurt it. You know, those things were built like a tank.
I know it took my toe with it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I hate to interrupt. I need to step out, but I'm so grateful to get to chat with you guys for a little bit, and I'm super stoked about Wednesday. So
thanks for being on, and we're all looking forward to seeing you Tuesday, both of you guys, and Nathan, if you're watching, and look forward to getting you back on here Wednesday, and so we can chat about all the things, and we can be a little loose-lipped and just talk about anything we want to without having to worry about any NDAs or all that jazz.
We did well. I'm shocked we didn't have any.
Yeah,
we're on it. Yeah, somebody's got to keep
it. Looking forward to next week's show. I want to hear all about your, journey through Master Distiller, and the fun parts, the sad parts, the mean parts as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that want to try to get on, so maybe you can give them some tips on, doing the videos and what maybe to do, not to do, and how long it took them before they finally got you on, and we'll talk about all that good stuff.
Maybe I'll be inspired to do what y'all ran, like I'm gonna do for Justin Meredith.
I mean, it was a fun one for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe we work out a
it looks
biscuit
like
and
it.
brisket. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing a brisket run. I'm definitely going to do that, and I'm even going to try a couple other ones like a rib run
Listen,
or
you know what you can name it? Just like the band, Limp Brisket.
Yeah, there you go.
Limp
There you go.
brisket with some biscuits.
Yeah.
Yes,
Limping
ma'am.
with the brisket biscuits.
All right. Well, you have a good night, Katy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Not Katy.
You guys too.
Thanks
Thank
for
you so
joining
much
us.
All right. It
for
was a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
you too.
Great to
I'm
meet you.
excited.
We'll see you Wednesday.
Awesome. You'll have a good one, guys.
Have fun at your watch
Bye.
party with your friends.
Oh, we'll see. I have to work, so we'll see. Hey,
All right.
good money though.
Yep.
Damn them
Bye, y'all.
bills.
Take care.
Damn them bills.
Bills,
It
bills,
looks like
bills.
you're the only one.
Yeah.
Soul survivor, bro.
Fuck with you.
Yeah, we'll have to do
Let's see,
another
where can we
shot now.
start?
Yeah.
Oh,
Shot
yeah,
time.
I think I heard the shot bell.
Shop that's official too. Bro, you just need like a mechanical arm coming in with the jar. You just grab it, drink it, put it in the
Yeah.
arm, get back.
That would be badass.
Actually, the bell is an old ashtray. This comes off a Mack truck,
Mm-hmm.
and this is from the 50s. This is an old Art Deco
Oh,
ashtray from. Well, yeah, it's got my papers. in
Hey,
there.
Tyler.
You didn't see that?
Tyler,
Yeah, it's from the 50s. Yeah, but that's the bell. It sounds like a boxing bell.
Tyler,
Yeah, it did too. He did.
Tyler Butcher's on here.
But yeah, I've got everybody conditioned like Pavlov dogs now, man. Everybody hears the bell, they're reaching for the drink, man.
And Moonshiner Red, to answer your question, Moonshiner asked, I heard somebody saying my name and Amanda.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. You want to know what was up? It was just Santa saying that you and Amanda are kinfolk.
Yeah. I was telling her because they were talking about Moonshiner Red, the long beard Moonshiner Red. So I was wanting to make sure that they knew that this one was a different Moonshiner Red. This is
they call that one Hillbilly Red.
Yeah, Hillbilly Red. Yeah.
So what proof are you drinking there? How strong is that?
Moonshiner Red, and then there's Moonshiner Red.
Yeah.
How strong is what you're drinking?
100 proof.
Oh, okay.
100 proof brandy.
100 proof corn.
Oh.
Yep. Damn. Hardcore afternoon drinking. It's Saturday though, so that you can day drink on
Get
Saturday.
It in, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm glad you're in the group, man, and getting into it and having fun. I see you, posting on some stuff and getting it on the live feeds. You got to jump in there with us and join the shit show and get on there and get crazy with us.
Well, that's what I was saying, man. You guys were on there yesterday. I loved it. I was laughing.
It gets crazy. Yeah, it's wild.
Take a couple Tylenol when you do. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I like everybody on the shit show, but it just gets to be
Fat Red. There we go. No, I'm Fat Red too, so I don't know. Arm wrestle. We might have to arm wrestle over that one. David started this morning. Yeah, actually, I didn't stop till I stopped this morning, and then took a nap and woke up. Yeah, I was probably drinking. I was still awake drinking when they get up. Have eggs. I'm still drinking from the night before.
I'm not a big drinker all the time. Like I don't drink too often.
I don't. Yeah, I drink more now than I used to. When my daughter was born, I quit smoking and drinking, and quit for 7 years, and then my wife and her ex got separated and took her with her. So I was like, yep, I go back to smoking and drinking again.
Yeah, why not?
Yep.
That's it. It's got to keeps everybody else safe. That's what I say.
Yeah. You're always drinking some sour corn.
Oh. Love it.
So I've never been into the creams though. Bailey's Irish in a B52 or something like that is about as, or in coffee. Some.
No,
Bailey's
this is just an orange creamsicle. Like it's just orange juice.
Right.
It's more like he was saying, like a mimosa, man. You could drink that thing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, dude.
So that's like a
2%.
little orange juice and a little coffee
A
creamer.
little bit, yeah, a little bit more.
Not too bad so far, Santa.
That's good, man. That's actually, that's high, but it's not 200 and something.
317 like last night.
Yeah, it's sugar, man. He found out he's got diabetes. My fiance.
Last night it was 317 or 77, something like that.
Jesus.
So,
yeah.
Tried to find out how much I could drink before it starts affecting it.
So that didn't affect your drinking arm, did it, man?
Huh?
Moonshine the Red said it's his leg, not his arm. I said it didn't affect his drinking arm then.
Oh, yeah.
It's why they make straws.
Yeah.
I've got a total shoulder replacement done next week. So I'm going to be laid up for 10 weeks, 10 to 12. And
jeez.
I'm not going to last that long laid up. I got to get out there mashed in.
Next week we get look forward to. Oh, my arm. Oh.
Well, the surgeon did tell me, the surgeon did say, because I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you, since this is going to hurt like hell.
Yeah, I know.
It's going to hurt worse than your amputation did. Now, when he said it's going to hurt worse than my amputation, that scared me, because my amputation hurt bad.
Yeah, I had shoulder surgery back in the early 80s, and it was pretty crude. No, actually, it might have been the late 70s. No, it was early 80s, 81.
Hey, I got switched.
It was pretty crude back then. Yeah, they didn't rebuild it like they do these days, man. They went into my chest and cut 2 tendons and stretched it around my shoulder into my back, stapled them in, and said, "You're good."
All right,
man, you're talking about hurt.
I got to switch devices. My tablet's almost dead. I got to switch.
Well, run it till it dies. We're about done anyway.
I'm at 2%. I mean.
All right. Well, when you die, jump on the phone.
Well, I'm on the phone. I mean, oh my Lord.
It might not cut in and out so much with only one person on here, but the more people you get on, the more bandwidth and stuff,
right.
And he starts cutting in and out on his phone and laptop. So we try to get him on the tablet where it won't cut in and out on me.
This is funny. It's funny. I see all these people I know in the comments.
Yeah. You'll meet a bunch, man. It's a good family, man. Especially once you start going to some of the festivals and stuff and meeting them in person. Then you get to know them a lot better and a lot closer, and drink with them, and smoke with them, and hang out. And it's like it's pretty cool, man. It's like
were you at the Hillbilly Jam last year?
Yeah, I see. I saw you. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
I remember seeing Phil Billy there. He was handing out stickers or something.
Yeah. I was over at the Damon. All right, he's just there he is.
It's like a Chinese fire drill.
Yeah, welcome back. All right, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy a new laptop is all.
Yeah, well, I mean the tablet does fine and it sounds fine, so just keep that sucker charged.
It don't hold a charge. It takes fucking forever to charge.
Well, I mean, you did about an hour and a half on 45, so if you get full charge, you should get
full charge.
3 hours.
Full charge, I get like 2.5 hours.
Well, charge it and use it and get what you can out of it, because the phone and the old laptop definitely.
My phone works fine.
Last week it wasn't.
That's because I'm out in my bar.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
He's down there making sure the water ain't coming in, man. Yeah. He's keeping an eye down there.
And it's dark out here now, so now I'm really fucking freaking out. I can't see over there.
Man, where I grew up in the town I grew up in, we were the first house to get flooded, and the last one it went away. You know what I mean?
He's talking about Roger.
What?
He met Roger at Summer Jam. That's where he met.
Oh, Flack? Yeah, Flack's a cool guy. Yeah, Flack's a cool guy. But
I met a lot of really cool people there. That was Maggie Valley was cool. That was definitely something.
Yeah, Uncle Drunkle hitting on his old lady, man. What do you think about that?
She was hitting on me.
Flirting with his old lady while he talking to us. He wheeled right over.
Listen,
he took a liking to me.
Listen, there was a lady that followed me around, me and my friend, and she was an older lady, and she was with her husband, and she followed me around, and she come up to me and she was like, "What's up with you?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what's up with me?" She's like, "Something's up with you. Something's going on with you." And I'm like, "I don't know what you're talking about."
I got all kinds of shit going on.
Maybe it's the mohawk. Well, no, because like it was like, you know, at that point you can't say nothing to nobody, so you just kind of have to. But she's like, "I know there's something going on with you." And I'm like, "No, I'm just hanging out."
Yeah, he said.
Well, because you were on the show.
Yeah. She was. Yeah,
I'd say she's just tripping you out, man. She's just checking.
Well, I don't know. She's with her husband, dude. So it was like they were like behind us the whole way, and I'm like, "Man, let's go." You know, I felt like you're.
Yeah, we were hanging out at the militia tent, just down from Benson, I guess across from Tracy Bumgardner and all them at the Summer Jam. Fairly close to the stage.
You'll know where we're at this year. I mean, it's gonna be bigger yet.
And what's the other one? It's the Popcorn Sutton Jam. That's another one too, right?
Yeah. Popcorn Sutton Jam.
Prohibition 1920.
There's a winter jam that's going on.
Yeah, in like a couple of days or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this coming weekend maybe or something. Yes. And then there's some Jeff Anderson's got something going on. Hemp and that might not be hemp. It might be the other, but Moonshine and Marijuana Festival or something going on. Yeah. Jeff's cool. He's a good guy.
Moonshine and Reaver.
You got OBX out Bigfoot Festival.
Yeah. Outer Banks. Yeah. We got a festival down in Arkansas we go to. We got a Louisiana festival we're going to.
How was that? Because I met Big Chuck down there.
And Arkansas?
Yeah, he's from Arkansas.
Yeah, I was there at the Arkansas Festival. You were there too?
Well, no. I met him on the show, and he's from Arkansas.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Big Chuck was there. Yeah, I was talking to Big Chuck when we were down there. When you said I met Big Chuck there, and I was like, oh, I thought you was at the
They Arkansas deal with some heavy laws there, man. You know,
yeah.
They ain't even allowed to look at a moonshine still.
Yeah, it's illegal to just talk about it, you know.
Right.
Yeah, even have a picture. A picture of moonshine still gets you 5 to 10, you know.
5 to 10 just for thinking about it.
Crazy. Yeah, they're crazy, down there. But yeah, it hopefully with the stuff that's going through the Texas courts right now, hopefully we can get home distilling legalized and you know, make it where people can do it as a damn hobby, just like wine and beer. You know, come on.
West Virginia did it. I know Kentucky's trying to.
Well, Kentucky be the last state in the union to do it because we got all the liquor. We got all the big distillers keeping all our politicians greased, bro. It'll be the last state in the union. But Missouri has it, and West Virginia now has it, where you can home distill a certain amount. I think in West Virginia it's like 5 gallons or something, but that's a possession amount, I guess. So you can't have more than 5 because that's all you're supposed to be able to do annually.
Fuck, my fucking spill puts out more than 5 gallons at a time.
Yeah, mine does too. If you count the tails. What's going on, John? What's going on, Mr. Bence?
You on, John?
Oh, that's right. Tracy didn't set up the Summer Jam. He was there with John right across from me. Yeah. You were right across from us.
Shots, fuckers.
There we go.
Yeah, I just remember seeing Tracy over. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was that was
one day. Didn't he have something? He was sick or something. He had to leave. He was only there.
Who?
Tracy.
No, he had some other prior engagement. I thought it was.
There's something. I don't know if he was sick or something came up that he had to go. He was only there one day.
He was there Saturday.
No, where is? There was like a pre-party or something.
There's a pre-party on Thursday.
The pre-party is at the Valley Tavern. It is a bomb. It's That's on Thursday. I mean, the festival, I believe it starts the 24th, so it'd be the 23rd. The Thursday of the festival. It's a great time. I mean, that's where we're able to share liquor out basically on the patio out back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You meet, anybody that's everybody, or everybody that's anybody.
They can make it. There's a lot of people that can, but it's a good party. Yeah, you definitely want to make it.
I look forward to that, and I look forward to the festival.
Yeah, I do too.
So the festival, is that the one in Ohio?
No. The festival I'm talking about, where the pre-party is in Maggie Valley.
Okay.
I don't know. Oregon, man, don't they have like really lax marijuana laws and let you do about anything out there? Shit. I'd say Washington, Oregon, and California, man. They'll be letting you do all that shit soon.
I don't care. I don't care who smokes this. It's not for me. If I hit a joint, I'm very mentally challenged. It's
you mean more mentally challenged?
Listen, it's
it's
a godsend for me, dude. That's my stress relief.
Yeah.
You know, that's like they give me that, so I'm not. Everybody survives.
Both my daughters. My youngest daughter lives in Michigan, where it's recreational, and she smokes it or whatever, and it helps her with her anxiety. My oldest daughter, she lives over here in Western Kentucky, and she smokes it just get high. That's about the only reason.
That's a good reason.
But she does.
Why else you gonna smoke it?
She does have other issues. She was molested and all that. So she's been through a lot. And I give her a lot of breaks in life. But I have no problem with it. Whoever smokes. For me, I'm way the fuck on the left field. I remember that. Ever since I was in high school, even I used to sell the shit out of it. But I just never wanted to enjoy it. Now give me a couple of dabs of mescaline or acid or shrooms. Now we're talking.
No way, bro. No way. Not me, dude. That no.
Back in the day, that mescaline. God damn. That was the party.
That's that's back in the day.
Window pane was the shit back in the day.
Jesus Christ.
That was a little before your time, Raj. Window pane was the crazy shit that they dripped on did a drip on the sugar cube. Yeah, son.
I've done paper. I've done the sugar
cube. And shit.
Blotter. Yeah, if there's
everybody's doing shrooms these days, though, man.
Well, they're microdosing now, is what everybody wants to do.
Microdosing the shrooms.
And I got a nephew. He's all 19. Uncle Rod, you want to buy some shrooms? No. You know how old I am?
Right. Might not come back from that trip, friend.
A little microdose, little tab here and there ain't gonna hurt you, man. Little cappy cap here,
There's no such thing as microdosing with me.
That's like just having a shot, isn't it?
I was just thinking the same thing. Do you ever just drink a little bit, or
no?
This was a full fifth Saturday podcast.
Shit, I've drank all those on one podcast, and
I'm just saying I've
done like 12, 14 hour podcasts, just sit and get drunk and talk. People get on here and I gotta go to bed. All right, who's next? They'll jump on, drink with me. I gotta go to bed. Who's next?
Right, just getting
like 10 or 11 the next morning. It's like, all right. And I just pass out at the can.
I did about a half of
it's fun.
That night plus 6, 7 beers, 8 beers.
I feel like sometimes I just drink and it just never
I know.
I just get like bloated, man. Like, so I'm more on
I can't
the
do
hard
beer.
liquor
That's
now.
why I've never been a beer drinker. You know, I drink a lot, and you can't drink a lot of beer without it just bloating,
No, man.
foaming up, and
It don't bother me
Hating
too much.
Yeah.
Another day of the week, I guess. I mean, I can drink a 12-pack, 30-pack, 24-pack. And I won't get bloated, but then I can drink one beer and I'm just like, well, I'm done.
There's days I drink one beer and I'm drunk, dude. I'm like, what?
So, what do y'all think about? We in the stream now. It's at 6 o'clock, and we come back at 8 and pick up where we left off. What y'all think about that?
Sounds good to me, man.
Good idea. Because we got the 8 o'clock, and we can jump on and do we can do a Q&A and engage a lot of the listeners and viewers and answer some questions, and that's always fun. A lot of people, you know, hell, there's some people jumped on with us earlier just for that. They're like, not interested in the master distiller stuff. They're like, okay, I'll tune back in at 8. See y'all. Okay, Brett Tony, you know, he's a good guy.
Right.
Yeah, he's from here in Kentucky. He's a shiner. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. We'll jump back on today. Gives a chance to get some Denny Den in me before I drink much more. I gotta get
Sounds good to me, man. I'll be seeing you guys later.
All right, brother. We'll see you all at 8 o'clock sharp. Thanks for tuning in.
I gotta eat it. I know if I eat, I'm going to bed.
Oh yeah.
Right. I'm
Come
ready
on,
to eat
man.
too. All right, gentlemen. Enjoy your night.
Man. All right, we'll see y'all at 8. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys at 8. Don't be late.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Yeah. We'll see him back on here. Later, brother. We'll see you at 8.
If I eat, I'm going to fucking bed. I'm fucking
Well, don't eat then. Just
I'm fucking starving. I haven't ate all day.
Well, you got to keep your sugar down, so just keep drinking, don't eat. Love you, brother. I'll catch you later on.
All right, later.